In this video, we're going to walk through how you could use Julius to analyze and better understand your customer and customer data. You typically gather this from customers from survey responses, NPS scores, feature requests, you name it. A lot of times you have to grab this from different tools and you have to do this work in a spreadsheet, but the cool thing is that Julius can take all those different files and help you better understand this without needing to do that analysis yourself. To do this, first download all of your survey data from Typeform, SurveyMonkey, anywhere that you're storing some sort of information about who your customers are or who your users are. You could export all of this even from your CRMs, from HubSpot, Salesforce, and Intercom, or even some other product analytics tool. Maybe you're using something like Mixpanel, Amplitude, or even Segment. If you don't have all of that on hand, no worry. You could just use our sample customer file here. And then you could just add it here to Julius. So I'm going to add source, upload the data, and then I'm going to use my sample user survey responses here. We have 3 different prompts that we're going to run through. These sort of break down the general high level or types of analysis that you generally do to analyze and understand who your customers are. First, we have what are the distinct customer segments in my data and what characteristics define each group. Next, we have which customer segments have the highest lifetime value, engagement, and satisfaction scores. And then finally, we have what are the key differences between my most satisfied customers and my least satisfied customers. Here, we're going to upload our sample user file, and then we can just run all here in the upper right. Again, Julius is going to write through the code and it's going to generate all of the different analysis and visualizations to help tell that story. And the final prompt that we have here at the very bottom is summarize the findings for me. The cool part, you can just run through the analysis and Julius will take all the key visualizations, insights, and findings, and then we'll put it all in something that's a little bit easier to read through. All right, so it looks like Julius is done with the analysis, and let's take a look at what it was able to generate. In this first prompt, we try to understand who are the different customer segments that we have in this data, and then what are some of the characteristics that define each of these groups. Here at the bottom, we see Julius segment these into 5 different segments from budget-conscious students, small team starters, free tier explorers, engaged pro users, and enterprise power users. 5 interesting ones from this synthetic data. We have some high-level key insights about these different profiles, for example, and then the visual analysis too that shows you, hey, how are these different groups populated with these number of users, the average revenue by each of these segments, engagement metrics, etc. And then also finally some key insights too. The next question that we asked Julius was which customer segments have the highest lifetime value, engagement, or satisfaction scores. Then here you can see Julius segmented these all out in 6 different visualizations from the lifetime value by segment here, engagement score by segment, and then even the top 3 segments showing the multi-metric comparison too. And the last one we asked it to do was the key differences between the most satisfied customers and the least satisfied customers. And let's take a look. At the bottom here, we see the satisfaction of the enterprise power users. Same thing with the engaged pro users, some of the most versus least satisfied customers. And then finally, some of the strategic priorities too. What are some of the findings and learnings that Julius had from this analysis? That's it for this video. In the next video, we're going to walk through how you can analyze some of your email campaigns to better understand, hey, what's working and what's not.